for the first time it's produced more than 10, so that is awesome. So over here we have our garlic bed over here, and some of them are already, I think it's some of them are ready to be harvested. These are the ones that I planted in the fall, and for some reason my son decided to use it as a basketball hoop and was throwing his ball in here as a basketball hoop, so most of them were bent. But over here we have some new ones that we planted this year. These ones still have a long way to go. We have some weeds coming out over there, we need to pull them out. And then we have some onions over here, bunching onions over here, and over here we have some raspberries over here, and then we have some blueberries over here. Got some blueberries coming out, awesome. So blueberries are doing fine. Behind there we also have a lot of raspberries that are also producing. We have raspberries over here, so we're gonna very soon we're gonna start harvesting a lot of raspberries in the garden. And over here, our raised bed over here, we have water leaf on this bed is doing well. The heat wave did not really do anything to the particular sections over here, because I think they were a little bit protected by the flowers we have on this side. But we have our other lean-to raised bed over here, lettuce and kale. The lettuce are already going to seed probably because of the heat, and so we're gonna have to try to harvest them as soon as we can, and then take them out. We don't need them to go to seeds right now. We want to grow something else over here, make use of the space. Same with this herb over here that has already gone to seeds and is falling. We're gonna have to cut it down. You see, gonna have to cut it down. The two of them have gone to seeds, so we're gonna have to do something about that. We have some herbs over here uh, that are also coming out, and down over here we have, this is sweet bitter leaf, also known as bekang. And these ones they were not really affected by the heat wave that much. Luckily we transplanted them like a week before the heat wave, so they were fine. We have a new raised bed over here. Due to popular demand, we're still working on trying to get some stuff filled for this one over here. This is the one I asked everybody about, what should I do with this pot, and they said raised bed. So doing the raised bed. Still haven't transplanted stuff to it yet. Over here we have a lot of raspberries over here underneath the grapes. Up here we have the grapes, and then down here we have a lot of raspberries. Some of them are getting ripe already, so hopefully we're gonna be harvesting more raspberries over here. Over here we have a raised bed that we just transplanted. We have some raspberries behind it, and then we on this bed we have pumpkin. We have zucchinis over there. We have some corn, more corn, pumpkin over there, some flowers, and some herb, and then the rest of it is just sweet bitter leaf right here. And then we have this lettuce over here that's already going to seeds. So we're gonna try to see if we can have this one too, and make sure it doesn't go to seeds right now. We have our potatoes over here that we're growing in containers. We planted these about, I think, more than 2 months ago, so I think they are ready to be harvested. They're turning yellow and falling down like that. It means they're ready to be harvested. So I think very soon we're gonna be able to harvest those. Over here, I have a DIY trellis over here that I made last week, and I have some cucumbers right there. It's gonna climb up. Then we have some pumpkins over there that are gonna climb up this DIY trellis over here. And then the rest of the bed we have sweet bitter leaf, also known as bekang. We have some garden egg right there. We have some flowers. Flowers are looking awesome. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the garden so far. Also, let me know what you're growing in your garden. And if you're liking the live so far, please uh, hit the like button. If you're not following me, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and more lives like this. And also, don't forget to share. So over here, this is our potato patch right here. And so these potatoes are also turning yellow. Like I said, we planted these ones about more than 2 months ago. So hopefully very soon we're gonna be able to harvest them. And then once we harvest them, we can plant something else. I'm thinking maybe sweet bitter leaf over here to fill this spot over here. And then on this side over here, there's a sweet bitter leaf. This is a variety of sweet bitter leaves that's used to prepare dishes like ndole, and you can add it to soups and other stuff. It has medicinal value. So these are seedlings that were transplanted a while ago, but due to the cold weather and now we have the heat wave, they are slowly picking up. So hopefully there's some weeds coming out here. So hopefully we're gonna have them picking up very soon with this warm temperature that we've had the past week. Over here, this is garden egg. Over here, and at the end of the bed we have some lettuce over there. So over here on this bed we have this is a sweet bitter leaf, which these are the last transplants that we did for raised beds. And these ones just new sweet bitter leaves that we got from a family friend, and we hope that they're gonna pick up very soon. We have some weeds that were already coming out of the bed, so we're gonna try to see if we can cover this up, and that's why I like to use weed barriers, but I didn't use weed barriers on this because I sprinkled some seeds on these beds, but unfortunately the seeds didn't come out. So I say, okay, let me give it a chance. I'll plant some other stuff on it. If it comes out, fine. If it doesn't come out, that's okay. Next year I'll put the weed barrier that I made for this bed. I'll put it on the bed before I transplant, so that I don't have to deal with weeds like this. So let me know in the comments below if you also hate weeds like me. I hate weeds in the garden, so that's why I'm using like weed barriers in the some areas. I'm still working on finishing the rest of the garden, just covering everything up. I don't want to be one of the worst things I like I hate in the garden is weeds. So over here we're growing quite a few different things in containers. Right here we have some peppers and some huckleberries. We have zucchinis right here. As you can see, zucchinis are doing great. We just transplanted this into this. This one is this one is bad. Just take it out. So we just transplanted it into this container about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and so they're doing really really well. We have some peppers, bell peppers, and some sweet bitter leaf right there. More bell peppers over here, and over here we have some yucca. We have some spices. We have some more spices, and then we have some containers that we have to transplant over there. And this bed over here is another um, troublesome bed. This is water leaf bed. We have ceilings coming out. That's why I didn't put the fabric cover on protector on it. So we have a lot of seeds coming out, and we transplanted a few things in there. So we're just gonna have to weed it, and then I'll cover it maybe with grass clippings. I'll cover once it's a little bit grown. I'll cover it with grass clippings, and hopefully that would help at least protect the bed from all the weeds that are coming out. So we have some garden egg over there that is also coming along great. As you can see, we did weed a few of the stuff from the bed, and we still are gonna try to see if we can weed the rest of those over there. And then down over here, this is our fabric grow bed. This is our grow bag. This is grow bag. We have 8 sections in the grow bag, and you can plant different things like I've done here in the grow bag. If you like to start a garden and you don't want to spend money on raised bed and other stuff, or building a raised bed yourself, you can get a fabric grow bag like this. I'll see if I can put the link for it in the description below. All you need to do is just put it on the ground, fill it up with good quality potting mix or compost, and then plant your stuff in it. And you can see it's doing really, really well. We have some huckleberries over here. We have our herb on this one square right here. We have some lettuce. These lettuce are already going to seeds. We're gonna have to harvest those very soon, and then we're gonna be able to transplant some other stuff in here. So we have quite a few different things going on over here. So this is another bed for water leaf. Another bed for water leaf right here. And we transplanted this about 2 weeks ago. and so it's looking good. You can compare this bed to the one that I just showed you guys. This one has a weed a barrier over there, so you don't have to deal too much with weed. I love it. It looks great, and I don't have to worry about weeds on this bed compared to the other beds you guys just saw. And over here I have some. You guys can see. Over here I have some peppers that I'm growing these peppers in the containers over here. Oh, we have our friend in the garden over here, the rabbit. If you guys have seen my video, look at the rabbit, tiny baby rabbit bunny. He's just visiting us. So since it's not eating any of my stuff, I just let it go. Let it is like uh, a co-worker in the farm. So over here we have some huckleberries that we're growing over here. These are particular variety of huckleberries, the big leaf huckleberries. You can see the leaves, size of the leaves, very big. If you're liking the live so far, please smash the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel for more live and more videos like this. And also, don't forget to share. If you like the video, share the video. Also, let me know in the comments below. Are you growing in the garden? What are you growing in your garden? Let me know in the comments below. So over here we have some sweet bitter leaves, and on these two containers right here, it's sweet bitter leaves. These ones were just recently transplanted yesterday. And then we have some water leaf in this one. Over here, we have some more sweet bitter leaf over here. And then we have carrots in containers over here. So you can grow in containers. You can grow a lot of things in containers. So all these are carrots that I'm growing in containers. Same with this one over here, carrot in container. So with the heat wave, the bed that had the most issue with the heat wave was this bed right here. That's because we transplanted these into the garden. Um, a day before the heat wave. So that's why it most of them had issues because they were still struggling to adapt to the soil, and also the fabric weed barrier heat up the space and made it a lot hotter for the plants. So that's why some of them you can see the leaves are really burnt like that, but they're gonna be fine. You can see the leaves. I saw what I did was I constantly watered it like I watered on that day a couple of days, like 3 times a day, just to make sure that it cooled it down and make sure that it doesn't destroy my seedlings. These seedlings, I got them from a family friend because mine didn't come out, or some of mine didn't come out. So I wanted to make sure that these ones survive because I needed them. So that's why I spent some time to make sure that they stayed okay and they were good. So over here is our uh, this is our tomato raised bed. On this end over here, we have some garden eggs right here. And then over here, we have our tomatoes. These are tomatoes. I still have some seedlings over here that we're still trying to transplant into the garden of tomatoes and other stuff. But the tomatoes are doing well. They're coming along. Just some of them just need support, and I just have to do some. I have to do more pruning for a few of them. I pruned a few of them already, so I have to do more pruning just to make sure that they're okay. Still have some seedlings that are still have to be transplanted. Flowers are doing great, producing a lot of color and a lot of flowers, attracting bees. Beautiful colors here, so they are doing okay. So over here we have another raised bed over here with a zucchini over there. Zucchini is doing okay. And then we have anchia over here. Anchia is a tropical plant that loves the hot temperature. And when I transplanted it also a few weeks ago, there was a lot of heat and some of the leaves got burned, but they're coming back. So I know they're going to be fine. So you can see they're all doing well. We have some flowers over here that is about to um, open up. And then we have what the leaf on this bed with our onions. These are leafy onions that we eat the leaves, and not it doesn't really produce onion bulbs. We eat the leaves. So and then we just have more water leaf over here. I'm gonna have to come around and just cover the empty spaces over here with grass clippings, so that way weeds don't come out on this bed. because it looks good right now, but it's not gonna look good for long if we don't cover it up. The weeds are gonna attack it. So we have another flower over here that looks great, and then we have this is green. It has so many different names. Some people call it spinach, but it's green. And over here we have onions. These are the onions that we have this year. We just have like half a bed of onions that we did this year, and the onions are doing great. They're coming along great. We planted it like a month ago, so the onions are doing great. So over here we have some peppers right there. If you're liking the live so far, please smash the like button. If you're liking the video, please smash the like button. It helps the channel out, and don't forget to share. So over here we have some corn that is doing really well. We have some lettuce. Over here we have more corn. We have some tomatoes, pumpkin. Pumpkin are coming out. Weeds are also coming out in full force. Over here we have some cabbage. Over here we have some cucumbers. Over there, pumpkin and some corn over there. So on this bed is a mixture of things. We have some okra over there. This okra right here. We have some more okra, and um, over here we have and chia. We have some uh, tomatoes and chia, broccoli, cabbage. Sorry, and then this is anchia right here. So we have okra right there with anchia and some lettuce right here. So um, over here we have kale. This is a different variety of kale compared to the other one I'm going to show you guys later on. This is kale right here, lettuce over here, and then we have another water leaf bed over here that is doing great. And then over here we have some broccoli. This is broccoli right here, it's doing great. We have some tomatoes right there. And then right here, this is our kale bed. This is kale. We've been growing it for a couple of years, and it usually does better in the spring. In the summer, like this, it likes to go to seed. So we cut some of the top off to get rid of the seeds, because if you let it go, the seeds are gonna spread in the garden. So, but we have some of them that are we can harvest, like these over here. They're doing great. Over here on this bed, we have huckleberry. These huckleberries are coming out great. Um, these ones were transplanted a few weeks ago, and they are coming out great. It's just the weeds that we have. We have a lot of weeds coming out underneath because we didn't want to cover the bottom of the bed, or cover the bed, because we have some seeds, huckleberry seeds, that we're hoping that more of them will come out like they have, like they did on this bed over here. So all these are huckleberries from last year. The seeds that dropped on the garden bed, they came out and they're doing great. So huckleberries are ready to be harvested right here. We also have some spinach. This spinach come out by themselves when the seeds that dropped on the garden bed last year. Every year we get spinach. The spinach comes out because the seeds drop on bed, and the next year we have more spinach. So down here we have some huckleberry, pumpkin on this wall over here, and more pumpkin. Then we have huckleberry on this bed over here. Then um, over here we have a potatoes on this whole side of the bed. We have potatoes over here. They Some of them were from last year. Some of them we transplanted. We planted them this year, and the rest down there are gonna be all potatoes. And then over here we have some uh, pumpkin over here. We have more uh, huckleberry on this bed. These are smaller ones that were just recently transplanted. They're coming up great. So hopefully we'll get a lot of huckleberry from the garden. We had some insects eating on them, so I sprayed them like 2 3 weeks ago, and It's I can see the difference now. They don't have holes, a lot of holes like the other ones that they had before, which is good, which means that most of the insects were eliminated. But I'm sure they're gonna try to come back. So we're gonna stay ready and focus. So over here, um I just have uh some kale over here, some pumpkin over there, and cover them up with the soil so they have more protection and they can grow stems. Let's go over here. On this side of the garden, we have our, this is another pear tree. We've been harvesting from this for the past at least 3 4 years now. The pear every year it does produce a lot of. Problem with this is that we have a lot of trees around that blocks it, so it doesn't perform as much, but it still every year produces a little bit of pear for us. So down here, if you're just joining us, we are doing it live of the garden after the heat wave. So over here we have kale on these beds over here. Most of them are kale. We have some zucchinis over there, but all of these are kale. And these kale came out from the garden. The seeds dropped on the garden bed, and then we had to just transplant them over here. So over here is just mostly kale, and since they had to put them over here where they're a little bit protected from the sun, and so these ones were fine over the heat wave, and they're gonna be fine till next year. On this side of the house, we have just start down here. We have some. We're growing mostly sweet bitter leaf on this one. We still have quite a few spaces to fill for this. You can see some pumpkins right there, flowers, and then we have some tomatoes right here, more pumpkins over there, and then over here we have the other um, garden egg over here, and the rest is just sweet bitter leaf that we transplanted. Like I said, we still have a lot of space. We still have some seedlings that were just waiting for the heat wave to be over for us to transplant them over here to fill up the other species that we have here. Then we have some tomatoes over here, some pumpkins over there. So that is the main part of the garden. So we have a few containers over here that we're still working on. That we transplanted some, and then we still have some that we still have to transplant. So here we have sweet bitter leaf. This is a sweet bitter leaf that's used for dole. These ones we transplanted in say about a week ago. They're doing great. They're coming along great. These ones grow very fast. So hopefully within 2 3 weeks we should be able to start harvesting those. Same with this. This is anchia right here. We also transplanted this about a week or two ago, and they're also doing great. So hopefully we're gonna be able to start getting some anchia from the garden very soon. So we have strawberry towers over here. We harvested a few strawberries here. Um, we have more coming out soon. So these are strawberries. So we have 2 containers left that we're working on. We're gonna try to put some sweet bitter leaf in these 2 containers over here. So over the winter, what I did was I filled it up with uh, leaves and stuff to protect the soil and the soil inside, so that the soil stays a little bit warmer, and the worms and microorganisms stay on it and do their stuff in there. So I just took it out now. So we're just gonna mix it up and add some fresh compost in there, and then be able to transplant some sweet bitter leaf into these containers, and that will be it. So that is it for the garden. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, the live. Let me know in the comments below, what are you growing in your garden? What did you think about the garden? And also let me know what you're growing in your garden. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's a little bit long video, but thank you guys for watching, and happy growing, everybody.